you're going to start with 5K close S 2D. Easy B&B. You can do it at a pretty good range because 5K's got that good range. Oh, a little too far. You can, after the 2D, you can backdash, do it again, and just take them from side to side, coast to coast, baby. Space Ghost. Any of y'all remember Space Ghost? That shit was sick. Woo. And with the 5K, since it sticks out so far and it's active for a while, you can actually run in and you've got a while. You can stick it out early, which is good. So just take them back and forth. 5K, close S, 2D, that's it. Get in the corner, you can air dash over him, or you can throw him out if you want to. Back in, back dash, back in, back dash. Do one more lap after this one. And this is the warm-up that we've been starting with all the sessions with so far. Cool. So now, well, we'll go ahead and finish this lap. Keep it nice and cool. What up, X? Cool. And yeah, Nev, go ahead and steal this shit. I did not invent the concept of exercise classes. Woo. All right, we in there. Just getting those hands moving. It's just nice to hit buttons and see shit happen on screen, man. Video games are so good. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, and if you've played with these drills, you already know where I'm going with this. But if you haven't yet, Chipp has a special thing that he can do, and not many other characters can do it. And he's got this J2K, right? Which is actually also, it's just air down kick, right? So you're jumping and you press A down direction, actually any down direction. Doesn't have to be 2, it can be 1 or 3 as well. And you'll get a kick. But if you hold 1 and you piano your fingers from kick to slash and hold down the kick like this, what you'll get is a faultless defense cancel. Chipp will start the J2K and then he'll stop, right? So if you jump forward, you can see his movement just kind of go down a little bit. Normally a jump forward will take me this far, but if I faultless defense cancel, I get a little bit shorter. Now we're gonna do this faultless defense cancel. You can just try this real quick. You're not used to it yet, right? But now what I want you to do is dash forward, wait just a little bit after dashing forward, and tap up. So you get a running neutral jump, right? Which is different from a jump forward. Running neutral. So yeah, you can running neutral jump, running neutral jump. Just get used to that for a second. You'll notice he's still moving forward, and it's because he's carrying the momentum from the run. Ooh. Okay, so now we're kind of used to this motion. So now what we're going to do is we're going to combine the faultless defense cancel with the running neutral jump. And it's going to look like this. See that? He just stopped. It's a faultless defense cancel, right? And Chipp is one of the few characters in the game who can do this, which is handy because they think, oh shit, he's going to jump at me. And then you're like, psych? Nah, son. So now you want to get used to this. Go ahead and do your faultless defense cancels. Ooh. If you jump forward, it's okay. You'll just continue to get a little bit of momentum. What you want is the neutral jump, but it takes a little while to get there, right? This is not an easy input. It requires precision. And you want to ideally time your faultless defense cancel so it's around the apex of your jump, right? Just at the top of that arc there. Cool. So now we're going to take these two chunks and put them together. You're going to do the B and B, right? Just like that. Oop. You'll notice that if you try and hit the JH after the faultless defense cancel, sometimes you'll get 2 hits, sometimes you'll get 1. And so the easier thing to do, yeah, Graffiti on pad, this is hard. The easier way to handle this, especially if you're on a dual shock, what you want to do is you'll start with a B and B, and then you'll do the faultless, and then just do 5K into 2D. We don't need that close S yet. So once you're in the corner, just switch, do it again. Yeah, just keep on doing it. If you mess up, it's okay. You're in training mode. It's supposed to happen in training mode. Take him to the corner, and then just take him back. Same thing. Ooh. You always want to make sure you're drilling on both sides. It's okay to switch to stick to one side for a little while if you're like practicing a combo and you're trying to figure out the timing. But the fact is that you're going to need to learn how to do these things on both sides. So it's really important that you get comfortable switching back and forth. you're looking at boss character? Yeah. Hey, Stumblebee. Thanks for the sub, homie. I watched your video on Infinites. It's good stuff. I love Infinites. Infinites are fucking awesome. I appreciated the ranting on character selects too. You had this bit about how you don't think fighting game devs are going to watch you and take your stuff into account. I was like, huh, well, you got lucky this time. Red Wolf, don't do that. All right. So you got the BMB. You got the FDC Oki. Now we're going to add the corner combo that we've been doing for a little bit, right? So I'm going to get you in the corner. And you're going to do the combo into 2D. And you're going to cancel the 2D into 236S, 623H, like this. Then after the 623H, that's the Shinkiro, it's the up kick. You're gonna wait till that animation is over. You're gonna press JD and then cancel the JD into 236P. So it's gonna look like this. Alpha Blade, right? After the Alpha Blade, so that's 236P. You hold the P to wall cling, and then you let go and press it again to get the off the wall Alpha Blade, right? So the whole combo looks like this. Once you land from the Alpha Blade, I just want you to do a 22H teleport. Come down with S. That's a little early. We'll delay the S a little bit more. And then once you land from the S, go into the combo again and just do it again. Ideally, you can space the S to combo, but it's kind of tricky, so don't worry if it doesn't. This is not Trial 10. This would be like Trial 4. It's okay if you can't do any of it. That's fine. Just take your time. Remember, this is like a yoga class. You do not have to get everything right the first time. If you go to a yoga class and you fuck things up, you're not expected to know how to do everything on the first day or even the 10th. Right? What matters is that you're trying. You don't have to get it today. It took me a while to learn how to do this combo. This isn't even one of Chipp's hardest. Whew. We'll go ahead and let Slayer recover. So yeah, just keep on doing this. And if you're having trouble, feel free to tell me where you're having trouble, because I might be able to help you. But yeah, if you got this, go ahead and do it. If not, do the best you can. In my opinion, what's the best Guilty Gear Xrd match there is? You know, I'm biased here, but I'm gonna have to say Daemendo versus Summit at Arc Revo last year was fucking sick. Not only because Chipp versus Slayer is a match I know well, and I got to watch the best Chipp in the world versus the Slayer that fucking murders me literally every week play each other, but because there is a particular moment, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's a particular moment, we're gonna go ahead and switch sides now. There's a particular moment where basically the decisive blow in the last round comes from a pattern of decisions that both players had made and noticed in each other for the entire game. And so there's this really great just story going into it. Yeah. Ogawa versus Machibo, they did a Kemono Michi set, and it was good, but some of the hype was kind of not real, right? Like, the thing about Ogawa versus Machibo was that it was kind of billed as like the guy who doesn't really like Guilty Gear versus the guy who just fucking loves it and wants everyone to play it, right? The bad guy was Machibo, and the good guy was Ogawa. But Machibo bailed for Street Fighter V afterwards. Ogawa bailed for Dragon Ball, right? Not quite the narrative they were looking for. Anyway, yeah, check that shit out, Stumblebee. Richard Stick, thank you for the follow. And yeah, Cha-Cha-Cha versus Summit at EVO Japan was also fantastic. Someone reminds Stumblebee about that when we're done. But for now, we're just going to keep on doing this combo. And again, if you're having problems, yeah, Ogawa plays Dragon Ball. Woo. If you're having trouble with this combo, just let me know where and I'll see if I can help. Now, oh, see, I'm having trouble with it. So now, you got a basic corner combo. The reason I like this corner combo, by the way, is because it loops into itself, right? So when you're in training mode, you can just keep on doing the segment over and over and over. It's a nice way to just get some reps in without having to worry about, you know, repositioning the dummy or anything like that. And the valuable part of this combo is essentially that you've taken the corner situation and you've gotten a little extra free meterless damage from it because you're able to do the wall cling stuff. Hotashi versus Tracer, another good one. Always, whenever that happens. I feel like I've seen that happen a lot. Anyway, so now we're going to do something else, right? We've got our basic BMB, you got your corner BMB, and you got your FTC Oki. What we're going to do is we're going to give you something else to do with your FTC Oki. So, once again, we're going to start with 5k close S 2D into the FTC Oki, just like this. Then you're going to drop with 2H. Or, sorry, JH. But normally what I've had you do so far is go back into the BNB. And so you just do this over and over again. This works, right? It works because if you don't want to FTC down, you can just jump over them. So you get this nice left-right mix-up, right? Where it's hard to tell what side you're going to land on. You have to block the low afterwards if you decide to go low, right? It's not easy, but it doesn't do that much damage. And sometimes you want the damage mid-screen. You don't just want Oki over and over and over, right? One reason this is notable is, like, think about it this way. Blitz Shield is the option that beats this left-right mix-up because Blitz Shield doesn't care whether you're on the left or the right. So once my opponent has 25 meter, the FTC stuff gets a lot more risky. I have to worry about baiting the blitz before I can go for this mix-up because it might just not work, right? And Chipp getting blitzed in the air fucking sucks. You don't want that to happen. So instead of cashing out by trying to run the Oki over and over and over until they get it right, we're gonna go into a combo. All right. So the combo that we're gonna start with is after the JH, right? You're gonna hit close S into 2H into 2-2H for the teleport. Just this, like that. That's the starting point. So go ahead and just practice that for a little bit. We will build on top of this. This will not be the entire thing, but it's a good starting point. So just like that. Oh. Yeah, Bob Ross is definitely an inspiration for this kind of thing, Judson. Fact is, some of y'all may be intimidated by playing fighting games against human beings. I think that painting is incredibly terrifying, right? Painting is tough because when you're painting, if you fuck something up, you don't just get to undo that shit, right? If Bob Ross can make people feel comfortable about the concept of painting, then I'm sure that there's aspects of his methodology and his vibe that can be easily transferred over to fighting games. So I'm glad it's coming through, Judson. So we're just going to practice this. Go ahead and... Sometimes it will mess up. That's fine. Don't worry about it. But you just want JH, land, close S into 2H, and then 2-2H to cancel. Ah, Yeezy Yeehaw, if only you knew. Dropped combos are simply a happy little opportunity for a reset. That's number one. So this is the combo. Okay, now we're gonna add something new to it, right? You might be asking, what do you do after that 2-2H? Well, so this is the easy version, right? We're not doing the hard stuff yet. So we're gonna go 2-2H, and then afterwards, JD into Dragon Punch, 6-2-3-S. What up, Endless Jorge? Good to see you. So, oh, I messed up. It's okay. Exactly. Super Hiro knows what's up. Oh, a little late on the JH. So this does pretty good damage, right? Especially if you do it off the BNB that we just started. Oh, missed the DP at the end. That's okay. But yeah, you get some good damage off of this, right? Big hits. Oh, I fucked up. It's all right. Oh, man, I'm dropping this all over. Ah! So you'll notice it can be a little bit tricky to time the teleport recovery and then the attack that comes out of it. So it'll take a while to get used to. See, I'm still dropping it. I've been doing this shit for years. Oh, Yeah, I missed the JD there. I was too early on the JD. There we go. But you get some good ass damage from that. It's not bad. Oh, I spoiled myself. I did the good one that we were gonna do next. Ah! Yeah, JD, man. Oop. Do I have any tips for not tensing up when you play, or is it just try not to do it and get it better? Depends where your tension's coming from, man. In general, I find that people tense up or panic when they're playing a fighting game because they're worried about what's about to happen. And you're usually worried if you don't know what can happen, right? So you're trying to look for everything. If you're trying to look for everything in a fighting game, you're not going to be able to actually find anything. One bin JD is probably like 1 or 2 frames harder a link, but it's an easier combo overall. The thing is that the thing we're going to get into next is the jump install. So this is the full combo, and we're going to get you there, right? So, we have the FDC, you have the combo, right? But it's incomplete, right? And the reason it's incomplete is because when you get here, you're just leaving some damage on the table, right? You could get more, right? More than that. And just as a heads up for you folks, I don't talk about work here, so cut that shit out. So what we're gonna add now, so what we were doing was the easy version, and it's okay. You get good damage, but we want to add a little bit more complexity. So, what we're gonna do is you're gonna do this thing called jump install, which I know is really intimidating if you hear about it, but it's actually not that big a deal, right? Basically, what jump install does is it lets you put air options onto states that normally don't have air options. So right, if I teleport here, I can't double jump, I can't air dash, right? I can't do anything because the teleport doesn't put me in a state where I can do it. I think maybe if I Roman cancel it, no, still can't do it, right? That's not true for every airborne attack. If I do Shinkiro, I can air dash afterwards, it's fine. But teleport doesn't let you do that. What jump install does is it lets you cancel into jump, but not actually jump. And because you canceled into jump, you have air options once you're airborne, right? You can actually do this without even having a combo into it. So the normal teleport input is 22H or 22S, right? To go up in the air. If you do 228H or 228S, then what happens is you super jump, and then you cancel the jump startup from super jump into your teleport, and you can air dash because when you're in a super jump state, you're allowed to air dash afterwards, right? So it looks like this. And there's actually a couple other funky ways to get into this state, right? So as you may have noticed, because I'm canceling into a super jump, I can't do my my double jumps, right? Because you can't super jump and then double jump. But if I jump and land and cancel the landing recovery into a teleport, I can actually get it. See? Crazy, right? If you ever watch, so there aren't that many Chipp players who use this stuff a lot, like this particular jump install. But if you ever watch ET, he does this stuff a lot, and it's super cool. So what we're gonna do for jump install, right? Jump install is useful for all kinds of things. I like it because it means when I do this teleport, I can then bail out, right? Instead of just dropping straight down. And graffiti, nah, I'm not writing down shit. Sorry, you can watch the VOD. But what we want to do is do it in a combo, right? So you may have seen this is a pretty common jump install combo. Oh, well, I fucked up the end there. But you can see how I teleported and then I jump canceled a couple times to keep the combo going longer. Right? There. Now the thing is that because Hey, Stumblebee. Oh, so the other match we wanted you to watch was Summit versus Cha-Cha-Cha. I think they had a couple sets at Evo Japan. You should watch those, definitely. So the next, so you can see we did the B&B, and then we do the jump install extension, but we don't actually get, we don't actually get that much damage from it, right? Because it's pretty heavily scaled at this point. It's not that much, right? The difference between that and just the knockdown is not that big, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to take that last chunk and we're going to apply it to the earlier combo, which has a better starter. And so we're going to get a lot more damage. And just, it basically looks like this. Look at that damage, right? That's a good chunk. We didn't have to spend any meter or nothing on it. In fact, you'd actually build a decent chunk of meter for doing that combo. So the inputs here, and this is how jump install works, right? When you hit the close S, and we go close S into 2H, before your hands was probably neutral because you were hitting the close S, right? You don't need a direction for that. And then you'd press down for 2H. What you're going to do here is do close S, up, down to 2H. Just like that, right? You should be able to hear my stick, right? And you can see it here. You can see we did S, jump cancel, down, and H. Just sounds like that. So that alone is not going to work. So the next thing you're going to do is press 2H again to get the teleport, right? And you'll know if it works. Oops. You'll know if it works if you can air dash afterwards. Just practice that. It's a jump install, baby. I hear so many people being like, fuck this game. I don't want to learn how to jump install. Yeah, if anyone's struggling, that's a good tip, One Bin. Basically, just imagine that you're about to jump cancel your close S, and you don't want that. So before you do, you press 2H. And then you just press 2H again to get that teleport. Listen to that. Clack, clack, clack. You want to get that cadence in your head. Yeah. Oh, I messed up. So if you're having trouble with this, that's okay. It takes a while to get the hang of it. I actually didn't start practicing this in Guilty Gear after a very long time, because I was like, I don't think more damage is what I need in a combo. But eventually it is. It is what I need. I do need more damage. Okay. Jump install, most people use it. Most people don't use it except for Chipp. There are other people, like they all have very specific uses and stuff, but for most characters, they don't use it. I think Soul has some uses. It's mostly Chipp. So now we're going to do the full combo. Close S, jump install 2H, 2H, and then after the teleport, you're going to do punch, slash, jump cancel, slash, jump cancel, slash, hard slash. It looks like this. There we go. And again. Ooh. Yeah, Chipp can use it all for a lot of stuff. Obviously, yeah, he can use it for B&Bs. This is done with a slash teleport that time, right? But Chipp can also use it just to get more mobility, as you saw with the teleport earlier. Now, it's important to note that this combo doesn't necessarily work against everyone. Usually the punch slash slash will work, and then after that you might have to make differences based on who you're using as the dummy, right? So I think Kai usually can't get 3 slashes. But against Slayer this works pretty reliably, and against most characters it usually does. You can choose to end with the Dragon Punch if you want, but I actually usually don't unless I think it's going to kill, or if I just want the hit, because the recovery after Dragon Punch is so long that you don't actually get a whole lot of time to like set up afterwards. We're landing at close to the same time, which means I don't really have much of an advantage afterwards. So now we're going to do the full FDC Oki, right? The B&B into the Oki, into close slash, jump install 2H, 2H, and then the air follow-up, which is PS, jump cancel S, jump cancel SH. Just like this. Oh, fucked up. There we go. Do it again. our B&B. Oh, I messed up. That's all right. We're just going to get reps in anyway. You will find that this combo gets a little bit easier to land if you only let the JH, the first JH, hit once, right? So you want to delay. Oh, you want to delay the button press. So you hit D. There we go. Just keep on working that combo. If you don't get it, that's okay. If you want to ask for help, you're welcome to. Ooh. Keep on doing the combo. Just get a couple reps in. Try and do it on both sides. If you're having trouble, if you're failing at a point that is predictable, right? If you keep on failing at the same thing, maybe you're messing up the jump install, maybe you're messing up the teleport, go ahead and just focus on that part. It's okay, right? Just work on that. Get that down. We call this chunking, right? You want to break a combo up. You want to break a combo up into smaller parts so you can practice those parts independently. And when you find something that you're reliably failing on, you want to make sure you can practice just that thing in isolation before trying to integrate it with everything else. Ooh. Exactly, wheel was taken. That's what we're going for here. Oh, a little too late there. Oh, I fucked up. It's okay. Just keep on doing the combo. Woo. Mess up, it's okay. Woo. It will take you a while to get it, and it'll take you a while to be consistent. That's all right. You can watch this video whenever you want. Whenever you got a free second, you just want to practice the combo. And you don't need to watch the video. You can just do it by yourself. But if you want to listen to me tell you to do it, then you can go ahead and do it. And so now, as a little bit of a sneak peek, we don't have to go through this very deep, but if you do that string in the corner, you actually get a little bit of a benefit, right? You get some bonus damage from the corner. You just have to do a different follow-up. And it takes a little bit of work to get, but once you do it, it's super cool. So you're going to do punch/jump cancel JD into Alpha Blade, and then do wall Alpha Blade, just like we were doing before. And then you can get the OTG, you can bounce them to the other side, and hey, just do it again. Woo! Yeah, we'll do more of that later. Anyway, to review, we did our B&B into FTC Oki, right? We did our B&B into the corner combo. And then you can just do 2-2H, go for another B&B into the corner combo. 2-2H again. If you time that JS right, it will combo. And if you time the H to 2-2H differently, you can cross up, which is cool. And then we did FTC Oki into the kind of easier teleport combo. Oop. Oh, I fucked up. Wow, that actually, I used to do this combo instead of the JI one, but I think the JI one, once you get the once you get the hang of the JI, I think that it's actually easier because the punch is faster. I guess we could do, yeah, you could do punch into JD. That's probably the easiest one. There we go. And then if you want the full enchilada, oh, you do the B&B. You do the B&B. Ah! You do punch/HS Dragon Punch. And that's it. I hope you had a good class and go ahead and shake it off, right? I don't know what the Guilty Gear equivalent of what is it? Is it the child's pose? The pose where you just lie down at the end of a yoga class? you know, and you're like, oh yes, I earned this. You can close your eyes, let your heart rate down, just hear everyone breathing. Think about how sweaty everyone is. Yeah, Starsky, what you may I suggest lying down? Just go ahead and lie down. If your shoulders are tense, you can just try and relax them. You can knead them yourself if you want. Oh, Shavasana, there we go. Oh, the Guilty Gear equivalent is fishing. But go ahead and just relax for a little bit. Do your best to chill. And when you're ready, we'll open up some lobbies and get some games in. So one bin asks, whenever I see you do the JD air string rather than JP SSS string, is it because you think you missed the JI? So actually, you'll almost never see me do the JD string straight up. What you will see me do is this variant here. That, right? And the reason is, so this is actually not a great outcome for me. In general, I'd rather have the damage, but there are some cases where the damage isn't that great for me. And like you can see here, it's not like I get a great advantage afterwards, right? So one thing I like to do if I don't think my opponent is mashing tech, right? So we'll go ahead and turn recovery off. What we get here is if they didn't tech, I get a knockdown, right? And so for people who I think they respect my air tech options, so if I think they're respecting my air tech chases and are just gonna let it rock, or that they don't want to mash knockdown, then I'll take this instead because it gives me a free knockdown, right? And gamma or whatever afterwards. Peace out, Proximius. Anyway, that's a good question, One Bin. Thanks for asking. Graffiti asks, for the 5K 2D and Eureka SDP, I'm losing on... Yeah, I don't think you meant to say rimming. In general, if you Alpha Blade, just hold P and you can wall cling. Timing. Got it. Or timming. Hold P, you get Alpha Blade. Let go, press it again, you get Alpha Blade again. That's it. That's all you got to do. All right. We'll go ahead and open up that lobby now. Thanks for playing. I hope you had fun. If you want to check this out again, you want to get those reps in, you want to work on your JI combos, all you got to do is go find this video on YouTube. Hell yeah.